Hi, it's Annelie. I hope it's going well today with you. We've got a lovely winter's day here in South Africa, and I was just wanting to make this little bird. I first decided I'm going to use my glue gun mold that I made with a glue gun, but then I decided maybe I must try and use this is just ordinary cardboard, sorry. You can use, I'm far from the shop, so I just took what I had. You can use your scissor to cut this out, or you can use one of these craft knives with a craft mat. Sorry, I did that beforehand, and then I decided I'm going to paint it. I just wanted to cut out the shape first and see if I'm going to like it, but for now I'm just going to put a hole there because I want to hang it. You can take, usually I take my drill for this, then I just drill a little hole in there, but I'm too lazy to go and fetch it now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Gorilla Wood glue, and I'm just going to put some glue in between there and just shape this little beak like this. I don't like it that it's standing out like that. I don't mind for this. Usually you don't see it when you're finished with this. Let me just show you other one that I did, then you can see. You can see I made this one also with cardboard, and it doesn't bother me. You can always put a string of pearls around here, or tidy up with your string, maybe glue your string around there or so, but I'm not going to worry about that. So you can see this is just a plaster of Paris mold and a piece of cardboard and paint. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to take my stencil and I just want to position it here. I'm not going to put too much thought into this, otherwise I'm gonna, because I first decided I want to make one of these a whole eye, and so I started, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to leave my head a little bit more open. I've got this palette knife and I've got my texture paste. You can, if you want to see how I make my texture paste, you can just check it out my channel. I've got it in somewhere in my videos. I think it's my DIY videos. You can use your palette knife for this, or I've got this rubber, what do you call this, a rubber, it's almost like a squeegee, but I just thought I'm going to use this and try and make some smooth texture on top of everything here. I'm just going a second time over it again. You can see if you start with this kind of keeps your stencil down. You don't need to worry too much. Just remember to wash your stencil immediately, or put it in warm soapy water until you want to wash it. Don't let this texture paste or anything dry on your stencil, because it will damage it. Okay, I just want to slightly touch it because I don't want the texture paste to go on too smoothly. I want a little bit of texture on it, like that. So I'm just going to take it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my craft knife, or my palette knife, sorry, and I'm just going to go around that areas to take away the excess. Now I'm going to let this side dry, and then I will do the other side as well. So I will see you when this is dry. And for your tools, you can also go and wash them in the water if you like. I always wash mine with soapy water, but you can just take the excess off like that. And then I'm just going to wash my stencil, and if you wash it, just take a sponge and dab it lightly, because if you go like this, you're going to bend all these things and destroy it, sort of. So I will see you when this whole thing is dry. Okay, this is fairly dry now. I just want to show you, if you don't like this, you can take your palette knife and you can go into all these in between this box, or you can take your finger. It's just maybe quicker to take your finger. So I wasn't planning on doing that, but I know this bothers some people sometimes, if you can see that side. So for this one, I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to quickly fill that holes before I do the other side of the stencil. So I'm just wiping it on the side and just making it flat. So I'm just gonna not do this the whole time and show you. I'm just gonna quickly do this and do the other side of the stencil. You know how to do that now. So, and then I will see you in this baby's dry. Just remember, while this is wet, you must put this thing through, otherwise you will fill up your hole and it will be dry and you will struggle to get it through. You can see I filled up this areas here. I don't mind, but I think it can look nice if you do it. But yeah, it depends on what you like and you don't like. I think I'm going to just fill this up. I'm going to use my knife for now, so you can see you can use both. You usually just take on the side of your knife like this, and you just keep it flat. Put it in a 45-degree angle, and you just go over your area like this. So that's usually what works for me, is just keeping your knife at a certain angle. And luckily your stencil sticks after you've put on a few of your texture paste on places, and then you don't need to struggle that much. But just don't leave it, it can easily lift off. That's not what I mean, as you can just go willy-nilly now, but okay. And remember, as I said, to wash your stencil immediately after you've used it, or put it in the soap water and wash all utensils that you used. So again, you just take off the areas that's bothering you, and you can even take it off with your finger and go into that areas that you think did not, there's some holes still showing through there here and there. So if you like, you can just fill them up nicely. And you can see I glued my little beak and it looks nice now. So then you can just take your bamboo skewer again and make sure you can go there. So now I'm just going to quickly dry this, and then I will see you as soon as this is dried. Just before I forget, if you wash your stencils or your brushes or anything, don't wash them in your basin in your kitchen or anything and wash them down the drain, because it's not good for the environment firstly, and secondly it will clog up your drain. So what you can do is you can wash it in a bucket or something like that, and then you can discard safely with that water. You can even leave it that the sediment goes to the bottom, and after a while you can just throw off the clean water in an area in your garden and discard the paints and texture paste and stuff into the garbage. So just take care there and remember that, please. Okay, this is fairly dry now. Blasted it with my heat gun and put it in the sun for a moment. So now you can just take a sandpaper and just take off all the pieces that's bothering you. I've already done that. I want to show you. I was thinking of using my chalk paint today. I know most of the people's got that. And this is a glaze, an antique glaze that you put over the chalk paint to distress it that it looks like this. I'm into neutrals at the moment because I know there's a lot of people that like the neutrals, but I like color. So I will be doing maybe a few later with color and so on, but this fits everywhere. It's nice to give as a present, and you don't have to worry that most of the people will like this. So I decided I'm not going to do the chalk paint because I know all of you people don't have chalk paint. So just remember, you can use anything, any acrylic paint you can use on this. Today I'm just going to show you, if you use your normal craft paint. This is a craft product from Heritage. I don't know. I think you can get it rather everywhere. This is South Africa. So I don't know what type of paint you've got in your country. But this is a Heritage one coat paint. I just bought it at I think P&A or Builders. I can't even remember. So I'm just going to paint this whole thing white. And then I'm just going to use my acrylics for a glaze. Just that you can see. I will show you the difference. That rose there, I used the chalk paint. The chalk paint with a glaze. Now we will just do acrylic and see what craft paint and acrylic paint, and just see what you get if you do that. Usually, if you put on a glaze and you want to let it look like an older, then you use your burnt umber or even your raw umber. So that's what we are going to use. So I'm just going to quickly dry the one side, and then I will quickly do the other side. Okay, what I forgot to tell you is just always remember, if you do your texture paste, if you paint, whatever you do, just make sure this hole is open. Okay, I'm going to take a chance now. This is fairly dry, and I don't want to... This is burnt umber. So I'm just going to take just a little bit of my burnt umber there. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the water. And I just want to make a watery wash there. So all that I'm now going to do is I'm going to paint my little bird. And remember, if you maybe decide to make it pink or blue or turquoise or anything, you don't need to put this on. This is just to make it look distressed and old, you know. Now, what I will suggest is do it the one side first and then you do the other side. But yeah, that's not me. So now I'm just going to wipe off the raised areas, just as you do with the glaze. And remember, you can take off as much as you want. Now I'm just going to take off this side. Some of the different acrylic paints got a different color. I like the Winsor & Newton burnt umber, but this is Amsterdam and I didn't have anything else, so you can see it's a little bit more to the red side. But it's fine. I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, there you have it. Let me just take this away. You can see the difference of this antique glaze or the Petite Rouge chalk paint with this color of the Amsterdam acrylics. But it still looks very nice. It doesn't matter for me. Okay, I just want to put a little bit more white in certain areas. So I'm just going to take my white and just go into the burnt umber because I like the look, but I just want to highlight certain areas a little bit more. You can use a brush for this. It's just, I don't know why, but my finger just works much better for me than a brush. When I chose this stencil, because this is cardboard and it's mainly made of trees, I don't know what they put with it anyway, with it. So I like this branchy tree effect there, and I thought it would look very nice, but it didn't come out as I thought it would look. But it doesn't matter, I still like it. And for now I'm just going to take a piece of twine, string, and a piece of this that I've got, and I'm just going to wrap it in there. You can make your hole a little bit bigger as well if you use maybe thicker twine or whatever, but maybe if I do this, let me just quickly figure out. There you go. So what can look very nice if you maybe put a pearl. Let me just see if I've got something. Okay, the pearl I've got hasn't got a big enough hole, and I don't think this will also work, but I'm still going to try. You can even maybe glue these points, these pieces of twine. Yay, I did it. So I'm just going to put that bead there, although I think a pearl could look nicer, but if you look for beads, you must always check that you get something with a big hole if you want to use, you know, like something big between there. So I'm just going to knot it. I think I'm just going to make a knot or something there. I just see, maybe just something like that. Put the bead there, and there I've got my little hanging bird. Now you can see, if you maybe take a, oh, this is stuck down, but this is just a piece of okay, this is just one of these popsicle sticks that I've painted white on the one side, and I've written something on there. So you can even make a hole there and hang it from your twine as well, or whatever you want to do. As you can see, if you would like to make yourself a few of these that must look like one another, just keep using your same acrylic glaze throughout everything, because you can see this is a little bit more red and this is a little bit more dark brown. I like to use these for gift tags, and I mean, you can hang it on your door, your doorknob, or you can hang it everywhere, from everywhere, you know. I mean, I love these little thingies, and you can see no one would guess this is a piece of cardboard. If you take this one and you examine it, you can see, okay, maybe, oh, okay, this is a piece of cardboard, but you won't tell it from this one. So but this one as well, if it hangs somewhere, you can even hang them like that somewhere. So if you hang it on a door, or you put it on a present or something, nobody's gonna check this out there. So if you don't fill that up, don't worry too much. I just want to show you the different things that you can do, and you can see how nice its little beak looks. And I just glued it together, and I just hold it together with a little small cloth pin. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and you can even put a little bit of beads there with it. It doesn't really matter. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I will definitely see you next time. And if you like the recycling, just drop me a comment and tell me you would like to see more or whatever. Then I'll try and do it on a Wednesday. You must take care and have a lovely week.